Welcome back, students. We are again here with our 10 minutes revision series of the chapter D and F block elements. So I hope your preparation is going very well. So let's get started without getting delayed. This is your D and F block elements. So first of all, you all must know what is D and F block elements. So D block elements are the elements which lies from the group number 3 to 12 in which orbitals are filled. Now, you know, this is your 3D series, this is your 4D series, and this is your 5D series. And what is the general configuration for D block element? That is n-1 D 1 to 10 ns2, right? And what is we all know that they are also called as transition elements. But we also know that the D block elements are not all the D block elements are transition elements. Why? Because we know that the transition elements are those metals which have the incomplete d subshell in their orbital. Yes, right? So in this chapter, what are the important topics we will discuss? That is spin only magnetic moment, which came in the NEET exam, which was postponed, and along with it there are so many topics which we will be discussing. Now there is classification of the D block elements with the electronic configuration. So in the 3D there are chromium and copper. The similar way you can take the screenshot for the future reference for the electronic configuration for D block elements. Now look at this question over here. This question asks spin only magnetic moment of the titanium. So we must know what is the formula for calculating the spin only magnetic moment. That is mu, which is we represent for the magnetic moment, is equals to under root n plus 2. And what is n? N is number of unpaired electrons. Number of unpaired electrons. And if we see the question, it is itself saying that it is D2. And how many electrons are there? 2 electrons are unpaired electrons. So the value of n for this, it is 2. So putting the value of n, 2 into 2 plus 2, that is 4 into 2, that is under root 8. And we know that under root 8 is equivalent to 2.83 Bohr magnetron, right? So choosing from the correct option, which will be the correct first, second, third, fourth. The nearby option is 2.84. So we know 2.83 is more equivalent to 2.84. So our correct option will be option number A. So this type of questions, this question came in the NEET, which has been postponed recently. So you can take the example from here that how the questions are asked. So now next we will discuss about the potassium permanganate. This is a very important compound in this chapter. Their preparation, their properties, all are important along with the structures, and we will see some important questions from this topic as well. So preparation in the laboratory, it is prepared by the manganese salt oxidized by the peroxide sulfate to form the permanganate. Over here, this is, you can see the salt ion with the your peroxide disulfate giving to the formation of permanganate. What is the color? You can see the picture as well. It is dark purple or like black crystals, and it is similar structure with the KClO3. Yes, moving ahead. So this your complete reaction is very important for you to understand, right? So moving ahead, that how it is prepared. So for preparation, we can see and go with these two equations, right? And there are different ways of the preparation of this, and which ore is used, that is pyrolusite ore. The fusion of pyrolusite with an alkali metal with hydroxide and an oxidizing agent are required for the formation of potassium permanganate. So firstly, it forms into the green color, right? And after that it gives change into the permanganate. So the manganate ion gets converts into permanganate ion. Yes. So what is the color of manganate ion? That is green. And what is the color of permanganate? That is purple color. What is the difference? Permanganate ion, that is MnO2 negative, but manganate is MnO2 2 negative. Yes. So let's move ahead. You can see the structure. The manganate ion is MnO4 2 negative, which is green in color and paramagnetic. Yes, this question also asks if some compound or element have the unpaired electron, then it is called paramagnetic. But while if the element has the no paired electron or no unpaired electron, then it is called diamagnetic. It is purple in color. What is the formula? MnO4 negative is permanganate. So you can easily see the structure and difference. Magnate is MnO4 2 negative, green in color, paramagnetic, while the permanganate is MnO4 negative, which is diamagnetic and purple in color. So this is starting में green बनता है, switch हो जाता है due to the changes in the ion and the charge transfer, purple हो जाता है. तो दो physical properties हैं इसकी. एक तो इसका intense color that is purple and it is diamagnetic for the potassium permanganate. Yes, and they both are tetrahedral in the structure. So these reactions you can go through and you can take the screenshot for this, which are important here. Now moving ahead, there are some properties which you can see when it is neutral, it is in the case of alkaline solution, and these three are also important. You can take the screenshot for this. Now let's see this question. The orange color of K2Cr2O7 and purple color of KMnO4 is due to. So first of all, we will see both the compound, that is potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. In this case, chromium is in +6 oxidation state, while in the KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, in this manganese is in highest oxidation state, +7 oxidation state. But you see there is no DD transition. The electron will not move from one d orbital to another, and in this case as well there is no DD transition. So the difference in their colors is due to the charge transfer, due to their charge transfer. So we can easily say which will be the correct in this. In both the cases there will be charge transfer. So our correct option will be option number C. Now moving ahead, another important compound, that is potassium dichromate. The formula is K2Cr2O7, and in this case the chromium is in +6 oxidation state. So how it is formed? It is formed by the fusion of chromite ore. And what is chromite ore? FeCr2O4 with the sodium or potassium carbonate in the presence of excess of air. So you can see the reaction over here, and we get that is sodium chromate, and after that this converts to our Na2Cr2O7, that is orange sodium dichromate, and lastly it converts into our potassium dichromate. Yeah, so these are the 3 steps involved in the formation of potassium dichromate. You can easily see, and you can take the screenshot that firstly, in the first step, it gets converted into a yellow solution, that is Na2Cr4. In second step, it gets converted into Na2Cr2O7. In third step on the reaction with KCl, it gets converted into the final one, that is K2Cr2O7. Yes, and what is the color of potassium dichromate? That is, you can see on the screen, that is orange in color. Yes, now there are just 2 different ions, chromate and dichromate. The chromate ion is yellow in color, while the dichromate is orange in color. And they both are interconvertible depending upon the pH. If the pH is more, then they will just switch reversely like this. Now you can see the properties of these, which are these. From here, many questions have been asked, so you can take the screenshot from here. Now let's see quickly. Just tell me the question very fastly, that what you have marked in this. The incorrect statement about the magnate and permanganate ions is. What is the color of magnate? You know the color of manganate ion is green, and the color of permanganate ion is purple. Why? That permanganate is Mn2O4 negative, and magnate is MnO4 2 negative. So which is correct? That is, magnate ion is purple and permanganate ion is green. Why? It is because this question is asking about the incorrect statement. यहाँ क्या आना चाहिए था? Green. और यहाँ क्या आना चाहिए था? Purple. So I hope you have understood it very well. So let's see you in the another next video of the chapter of coordination compound. Till then, take care and practice the hard day.